having a good time with my daughter?
Wonderful.
Funny man, huh? You think this is funny?
Would you
I love
stop,
boy?
Mr. Kellaway? Let him go.
I thought your boys had rules about fraternizing.
I said now.
Keep your state trash away from my daughter.
Christ, you know nothing happened.
Is that your expert opinion? You keep that thing on a leash, or I'll slap a lawsuit on that state zoo that'll shut it down so fast it'll make your head spin.
A pregnant woman on her way to the hospital to give birth was tragically struck by lightning. By the time she was rushed into the emergency room, her life was hanging by a thread. Yet in her final moments, she miraculously managed to give birth to her child. The newborn boy carried an extraordinary mark from his first breath. He was completely hairless, and his skin was pure white. Doctors initially diagnosed him with albinism. However, everyone missed one astonishing detail. His electroencephalogram, EEG, waves were so dense they practically filled the entire paper, a clear sign of his inherently powerful brain capacity. The child's father, Michael, knew none of this. He was terrified by the freakish appearance of his son.
Not my son.
Come on, Greg. Let's go.
You don't need this. For Christ's sake, let's go.
Michael, emotionally devastated, named the child Reed and then cruelly locked him away in the dark basement, entrusting his care to the boy's grandfather. 18 years later, the grandfather passed away. The local sheriff, Johnson, along with the orphanage director, Ms. Emily, arrived at the house to take custody of Reed. They had heard the boy had been isolated from the world for 18 years and never received any formal education.
The neighbors say he may be retarded. One of them says deformed. I couldn't for the life of me think of who else to call. He's scared enough, and I thought maybe you could come down and talk him out of there without us having to go down and drag him out. The neighbors talk about him like he's some kind of a phantom.
What are you telling me?
That the old folks may have kept him down there. Like some kind of a family secret.
When they entered the basement, they finally found Reed tucked away in the corner. Director Emily and Sheriff Johnson were immediately speechless, stunned by Reed's pure white skin and his pink-tinged eyes. Reed calmly stated his name. Director Emily quickly noticed that Reed spoke fluently and logically, completely unlike someone who hadn't been educated. She spotted a large bookshelf covering one wall, picked up a deep and obscure novel at random, and asked Reed if he read such books. Instead of answering directly, Reed asked the director to choose a random page number.
216.
Reed then began to recite the page word for word. Director Emily listened, utterly stunned. Every single word and punctuation mark was exactly right. Even more incredibly, Reed calmly informed them that he could recite every single book in the basement. Director Emily looked around the cramped space, which was stacked with at least 1,000 books. She instantly realized that this child was nothing short of a genius. But she had no idea that this was just one of Reed's many extraordinary abilities. Just as Director Emily walked out of the house, consumed by questions, the horns on all the cars parked outside suddenly began blaring in unison. At the same time, Sheriff Johnson observed that the roof of Reed's house was densely covered with lightning rods.